Welcome back to the next installment of Panzer Campaigns Tunisia 43. Today we are looking at the 1st Army 5th Corps, starting with the second half of the 4th Infantry Division. We're engaged at Peter's Corner, and these guys have a tough job ahead of them. I have, let's see here, got these engineers, we'll need to move them. I want to move them towards this minefield up here so that I can get advantage. Might not even need to. Let's see what I can make happen. Oh, by the way, I'm trying out a new microphone setup here. So hopefully that sounds all right. I don't have a very sophisticated setup, so to speak. It's pretty much just what works. And I'll just change it up a little bit here. So these guys are disrupted, low ammo and low fuel. I better be careful about them. They're gonna get disrupted. So I need to watch my kind of both my flanks in this setup here. Where's the other unit of Black Watch? Yes. So what I'm gonna do? Low ammo and fuel again. All right. So I'll move the Black Watch over here. These guys are both part of the West Kents, so I think they're part of the same unit, right? Yep. So I'm going to use them to kind of take a flank position here, just something to hold this side, this eastern road. I need to do that while I take care of this trench line here. This attack is going, but perhaps not as quickly as I would like. All right. No disruption. Let's go ahead and move these guys up like I said. AA fire. They've got infantry here as well and AT guns. Not a good position for this recon car to be in. And of course immediately gets lit up. Let me hit the recon ability here. I don't know if that can trigger counterfire. Oof. Oof. And they're lighting these recon cars up. This is unpleasant. Okay. So here's the Royal Fusiliers. Their sister battalion is right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and mag dump these guys. Shame I can't get through. I will still try to disrupt this unit, though I don't think I'll be able to. Defensive artillery fire. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and shoot the rest of my shots here. Did not get the disruption I was hoping for. Alright. I need to take out this bunker. I've got to take out this bunker. Well, I put these engineers in the right place. Let me fire my AT guns first. I believe I already fired all my artillery. Yeah, okay. Let's see what other, if there's any other AT shots I can take. Yes, actually. Hopefully this will allow me to isolate then. This bunker. And let's go ahead and assault with everything that I have. Really need to take this out, or at least get a successful assault. Three units of engineers and low ammo infantry. Failed. Okay. So the next thing that these guys need to do is keep up the pressure on the east side over here. I got a improved position, so I'm going to hold on to that to the east side of this stream and continue digging in. Excuse me. Let's see what I've got here. Okay, so kind of need to handle part of the 46th Division here in order to finish moving the rest of the 4th Division. Okay. Dang. Alright. These guys are disrupted. Let's assault up this hill. Good. This unit has terrible soft attack, this tank unit here. So I'm going to get my machine gun in a position that I can hit this trench line. I really would like to get this assault going. The 46 performed very admirably previously, so let's hope I can keep up that trend. Here's the Hamps. Can I combine these? No. 2-4 and 1-4. Okay. Let's try to get them sorted with their relevant organizations here. Okay, so these guys will both go in this direction. Yes. Okay. 4th is moving in the wrong direction. Well, that does create an avenue for my AT guns from the 4th, which could definitely be used to engage 10th Panzer with. So, now they can get as far as this trench line goes. Got a lot of activity going on over here. Let's work this artillery. I need to get this tank out of here. There's not a safe way to do that. Surrounded on all sides by 88s. Fatigue. One vehicle. God dang. So much fatigue to lose a vehicle like that. This is the way I play sometimes. I get distracted, man. Kind of all over the place sometimes. So I'm just going to try to stand off with these guys for a moment. See what I can maybe do at range. A lot of my tanks are disrupted and fatigued. It's ugly. Fatigue, disruption. This is not going well. We keep fighting. I'm reading this book, kind of that this game is based off of, An Army at Dawn by Richard Atkinson, I believe his name is. Let me look it up right quick. Army at Dawn. Yeah, Rick Atkinson. Now I don't know why I was bringing that up. Oh, yes, I remember now. They were quoting Patton. And Patton, I don't know much about him. I watched the movie years and years and years ago. But, I mean, he was a character. And one of the things that he said in his, like, rousing speech at the start of the campaign was like, it's a soldier's job to move forward. You gotta move forward, and if you're not moving forward, you're going in the wrong direction. Something to that effect. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny. Alright, so I've got my line of tanks, and they're set up. This guy's not shooting at the right thing. Let me get him out of here. Okay. So I've got my line of tanks here. I've got this recon car. Basically, the name of the game is to set up a line that is defensible. And so to that effect, got the 16-5 Lancers here out of the 26 Armored Brigade, and we're having kind of a ranged firefight. Oh, that was a good hit. Okay, don't think I can hit that. These are my Sherman 3s, which have excellent hard and soft attack. I mean, not as good as a Tiger, but I gotta pay attention to these Tigers over here too. They're around here somewhere. I've got this recon unit. So, let me see. Yep, there they are. Okay, so yeah, those same Tigers are over here. They're digging in like crazy. Panzer 2. They've got some motorized infantry over here as well. So overall, though, the line is forming pretty nicely. Don't need to be over here. I'm kind of running a north and south thing right now. I am going to split up this unit of tanks and just leave one company over here and move you like this and hit this trench line, and then I'll get my infantry up here to keep pressure on that. Let's see, okay. These guys C10 and A10. Can you recombine? Okay, yes, you can be combined. Alright, great. So now we've got some infantry in the push. That's excellent. So I'm kind of all over the place right now, but I am, I guess you could say, moving in the right direction. I'm making progress. Okay. This unit has shot the wrong guys. Oh, there goes my disruption here. Problem is, these other battalions that I have in position to assault this trench are both low ammo. Let's see, maybe I've got some good assaulters here. My engineers are actually way better assaulters than my infantry. Soften them up with some more machine gun fire. And here we go for the assault. I'll bring the infantry too, though. And I'm gonna fire these low. Trying to think. I was gonna say fire these low ammo guys. Then I was thinking I would save their movement points so I can move through. Then I was thinking I still got to get past this zone of control here, so let's go ahead with the assaults. Excellent. And then maybe I can assault again. These low ammo units. Disrupted and isolated. Okay. Trying to see if I've got anything else that I can move, really. Not particularly. I can combine these guys, I think. Yes, sir. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot. Yeah. Okay, we continue to make progress. Go ahead. Got these engineers here, which don't have much to do right now. I have a lot of infantry coming down here. The 46s, they're like an all infantry unit. So yeah, we're just gonna move the rest of them up. I've got my artillery to handle as well. I think, yeah, you can deploy here. Okay, so I've got this other recon unit, and I can put him up on this hill. Alright. You know what? I bet I can shoot this tank company once. Yeah, boy. 4 men. That was good use of some movement points that were otherwise just going to be sitting around. So let's see. I need to move these AA guns, or sorry, these AT guns. I can put them right here, but they'll be vulnerable if an enemy unit comes through this hex and then through this hex. So I don't really want to do that. What I'm going to do instead is move them up to this trench line and keep them in travel mode. And the rest of them can move up. They're behind cover. I mean, they're spotted, but tempting, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and move these fellas. Good. Got a lot of infantry. Good. Can move this headquarters. Good. What else? AA gun. Move them up here. I've got this AT gun. Move you this way. Infantry. I'd like to try and keep this infantry together as much as possible. I move this tank and infantry unit up. It's 21st Tank Brigade. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, nah, never mind. Sorry, I was thinking of the 46. Anyways, okay, let's take a look at this artillery that I have set up. Okay, more artillery. So it's a little risky to move. Well, I guess not. One thing that I have taken a few painful lessons on lately, and especially through some play-by-email matches that I've been doing, really got to pay attention to line of sight. It makes such a huge difference in some cases where it's just like, just by moving one hex that you were going to leave the movement points left over for, you can put yourself out of line of sight of the opponent and they can't shoot you. So really been trying to, I mean, it seems like a simple thing, but I've really been trying to pay attention to it and get better at paying it, utilizing it to my advantage and to the opponent's disadvantage. Okay. So now we're moving on to the rest of 9 core. I have this stack of AT guns here, and I want to, let's see, I've got a couple that are from the 7th Armored, so I'm going to go ahead and get those moving up north. There are a lot of AT guns in this unit. 47 guns. I don't know if I've ever noticed a unit with that many AT guns. Alright, so this is with the 7th Armored. Let me make sure I'm moving the right unit here. Okay. I want the unit from the 6th Armored, which is this AT gun cluster. Okay, good. So for the rest of these AT guns, 7th Armored, 7th Armored, 7th Armored, great. We're going to keep bombarding this bunker over here. Oh, nice. Got the disruption on that. These guys are good assaulters. I could assault in here. I don't have a lot of guys, but these are already disrupted, so let me go ahead and commence my Sinus Fusiliers. Yeah, these guys can be combined. So here comes my assault. Good. And we'll go ahead and follow up with rifle fire. Oh, got another disruption. Excellent. So, question becomes for these engineers, do I want to risk an assault on this bunker? I think I do not need to. What do we have over here? 7th Armor. Okay. And I don't have any other infantry to back this up. I was going to move some of the 46th infantry over here, but it looks like I decided against doing that. These guys are both part of the 6th. Okay. Let's continue on. I'm gonna be a little conservative. So here's the London Irish. I can combine these units. I got my method for doing this. Alright, already disrupted. Let's go ahead and assault. Solve, good. Ah, nice, good, clean assault. We broke them. Excellent. This unit is low ammo, but they're still doing alright. Probably should have assaulted. Okay, let's get the engineers moving forward. Cannot move up here. Oh, they're blocked by terrain. Yeah. I remember that now. Okay. And their headquarters is far. It's got a good range. Okay. Well, crap, I don't know. Fine. We'll move him over here. Oops. Okay, so next turn I'll try to assault this bunker with these engineers over here. I remember. Moving on to the rest of the 7th Armored Division. So here they just have a gun. We need to get up this hill. Can't because there's a zone of control. Combine these units. Okay. I can assault up here. See how this goes. One man, 4 guns. Not too shabby. They do have some 88s up here to counter my tanks. Some more AA. I'm almost at this road leading down to CD Said, so that's excellent. I am making progress in this sector. That was a good hit. So right now what I'm doing, I'm moving 7th Armored Division through this road to get access to Highway 4, which I still haven't actually reached anywhere, except for, I think also Highway 4 is up north. Just realized I don't have my jump map up. My organizational, is this Highway 4 up here as well? No, this is Highway 7. Okay. So right now I'm moving forward with my 6th Armored Division. We're going to continue on. This tank has low ammo. Got a disruption. So up here, I've got, let's see, we have a disrupted enemy company or battalion sized unit. This is the Corpo d'Armata. Says it's a German unit. So what shall we do to handle this? I want to assault. I have enough infantry to support this assault. So let's go ahead with this stack here. Some defensive fire. Fatigue. 1 man, 1 vehicle lost in exchange for 33 men. Took some fatigue. We did disrupt them, or I think they were already disrupted, yeah. Okay. Man, they punished me for that. Okay, so next up, I've got these 2 units of recon vehicles. Okay, so I also have my paratroopers, the paratrooper brigade here. Get them off the road. Have engineers. These are just, yeah, these guys do bridges and mines. Okay, moving my headquarters units up right now. And we'll get some of them into trenches for the moment. Okay. I really have to get my, my 1st Parachute Brigade moving. Okay. Says sorry, I confused my Irish with my Scottish. Apologies. I was trying to combine these two units, these two battalions over here. There's one that's the Scots Guards and one that's the Irish Guards. That's funny. And here's their counterpart. So I need to get the first parachute brigade moving east. I have a plan for them, but they're tied down and fighting with this battalion over here. So that means that if I want them to move east, I either have to, well, if I want them to move east, I have to disengage. I combine these. Yeah. Don't think I can combine these two. No, I cannot. Okay. Whoop. Okay. Let's see. So I am going to get them moving. I'm trying to see where I can combine 1P battalion, 1st Parachute Battalion, okay. This is C Company of the 1st Parachute Battalion. So where's the 1st Parachute Battalion? Here. Okay. So let's get these guys over here. Let's get them over here. We'll combine these units. Wow, they break down really small. So I think that this unit is completely combined. Maybe? 3rd parachute, 2nd parachute. Yeah. Here's the 2nd parachute. So let's go ahead. Well, I don't want to combine these two because they have low ammo. So moving forward with the 1st parachute, I have to retask a couple of the battalions of the 1st Infantry to go ahead and get over, take care of this. That's going to take a while. That's going to be annoying. So they'll work the northern flank. These two battalions, in conjunction with this AT gun unit. So I'm making lemons here. Okay. We'll just take this regiment, I guess. Let's see here. 1st Infantry Division, so come on. Oops. 1st Infantry Division, 24th Infantry Brigade. So I've got 3 brigades. The 2nd and 3rd Infantry Brigade will be responsible for securing the southern section of Highway 4 and pushing towards Sidi Said, while the 24th Infantry Brigade is responsible for taking care of this enemy unit up north, as well as pushing south on the road from Sidi Said. So they'll have to wheel east first. Alright, and I also want to make sure that my headquarters unit is in the right place. Okay. Ooh-wee. Let's go ahead and move, and I'm going to get these up. Oops. Okay, here's the headquarters. I'm going to make sure that I am... Oh good, I can combine these units. Alright, single battalion. Good. Good. And I only have one AA unit in this division, I believe, so we'll keep him in the same direction. And I'll have to move him south to get to the road. Okay. So where's the other Gordon's unit? There's the Loyals, Sherwoods. I should be able to combine these. Here's the other Gordons, so let's go ahead and get them in with their, well, at least towards their sister unit. And I'm going to assault down this hill towards this, I see this here. Yeah, this trench line has engineers that are digging in to try and make a bunker, so I gotta be pushing here. Try and disrupt them before they can effectualize that. Okay, so here's the Sherwood Foresters. We'll assault into this group of broken units here and force them into surrender. No bunkers to shoot at. Okay, I've got some artillery that I need to set up here. And we'll do that. We'll set them up on this hill. That'll be nice, this plateau. Okay, next up. So, really, these engineers, all they're meant to do is clear mines. So I'm going to get them back a little bit for the moment. Can I do that? Oh. While I'm finishing the fighting over here, assault up this hill. Okay. We're getting towards their artillery. I have a mortar over here, so good. Now these AT guns here, I really don't have anything for them. What I'll do, it's just a light 8 gun here. Oh, excuse me. Woo, excuse me. I really need to get some editing software to kind of edit that kind of stuff out, but one of the reasons I like doing this is because it's relatively simple. So, you must be in travel mode. Oh, okay. Fatigue. I struggle with how to use AT guns in this game. Try to use them as mostly defensive. Try to use them only for hitting hard targets. Obviously, they're good at supporting bunker attacks, but yeah, I struggle a little bit with figuring out how best to use them. Okay, moving on. Good. That's it, I think, for the 1st Infantry, 1st British. Okay, Moroccan Division. And we're going to assault these guys again. All of my... Oh, why not? Ah. Got some motorized units here. Are these part of the... Yeah, these are Canadian. Or, I don't know what this flag is. This unit designation is. Algerian? I don't know. Okay, so that was a successful assault, but we revealed another entrenched position over here, so yummy. I need to get my recon car back with its parent unit, so we are going to go here, and then here. Get these guys up. Eek. Low ammo and disrupted, so probably not going to... why don't I try it? That worked. Okay. Defensive fire against the Moroccan division. assault across the stream. Success. And I'm at their artillery on this line, so that's promising. Assault up this hill or into this trench line. I can get on. Oh. Not enough movement points to assault with this guy as well, but maybe I can get the scout car in here. I think they were undisrupted. No, I cannot, but I can shoot. Okay, let's go for the assault. I believe that was successful, but they couldn't move. So, let me continue with my engineers. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was the wrong direction. These are good assaulters. Okay. Okay. These are disrupted. So go ahead and assault with this unit here. Even though they're disrupted, well, we're gonna move in this direction to support. Crap. The link up of the Indian division here. I think that was a successful assault. I don't know. How can I tell if an assault was successful? I just don't know. So what I actually think I'm gonna do is these guys are gonna go on foot. Yeah, that'll be fine. What I'm gonna do is probably move towards the Indian division because I want to link up with these guys. Okay. Machine gun fire. Machine gun fire. Got a few kills on this. Let's get my engineers working. Move both of them up. Headquarters is here. Lucky disruption? No lucky disruption. Disruption. If I had been smart, I could have staggered the firing there and gotten an assault in. Sometimes I get really wackadoodle with breaking units now to get just a little bit more shooting in before I call the decision of whether or not I'll be able to assault. See if I can get that lucky disruption in. Alright. We're now working on the 8th Army, and I am looking at the Highlander Division, which has been in heavy fighting. They've got a tough job, and they've got support from the, let's see here, that's the 23rd Armored Brigade. Highlight this. Bold. Okay. I'll make the texts black. 23rd Armored? Yeah, that'll work. I should do that for more. Sorry, I keep this document over here where I color code the units so that I have like a fast reference so that as I'm talking through the video here, I have, anyways, sometimes the color and the text color being white makes it a little hard, so I'm redoing that. I recommend keeping a notebook of some sort for every scenario that you have running. I've got some action items which I haven't been paying attention to. 34th Division. Where is the 34th Division? Which is that? I don't even have a 34th Division, do I? Oh, that's Red Bull. Okay, yeah. Got it. Alright, cool. Anyways, we'll continue on here. So this stack is... this is Highlanders in combination with the recon of the... sorry, it's the Highlanders recon element in combination with the infantry battalion and some Churchill 3s from the 23rd Armored Brigade. And these units are in the same parent organization, so they should be able to assault in combination. I was wrong about that. Okay, so let's take... That's annoying because these units are working in support of each other. Well, we'll go ahead with it. Okay. I was successful. I need these tanks moving in the other direction. I need to eliminate this unit. Okay, are these assaulty type engineers? Yes, they are. They have low fatigue. Let's grab this trench line. Boop. That was successful. We took some fatigue. Didn't love that. Don't have any more. Is this some of my Highlanders? But this is the only infantry that I have over here. Crap. Okay. I've got to take this bunker. But I want to get the surround on them first. So let's assault this unit to the north using the battalions from the Indian Division. Got through there. That was a good assault. And we broke their unit. Should have fired before. Okay, let's go ahead and try to disrupt these guys. Got the disruption. Gotta be careful about the defensive fire here. They might get a disruption on my infantry unit. But I'm gonna continue on firing with my AT guns here. Let's see what other damage we can do before we hit this assault. Their defensive fire is not having any effect, so I continue. And the Valentine 3, these kind of suck. Yeah, a lot of the armor that the British have are kind of subpar. Okay, so yeah, no effect on any of that. Let's go ahead and assault. I don't think I'll clear this because they have nowhere to go, but I think the assault will be successful. Let's continue. Yeah, we roughed them up bad on that one. Okay, we're moving our engineers up. Tanks. Tanks. Okay. This battalion of the Indian Division, they're taking point. Ah, we moved up the road some there, so that's great. Trying to work on, let's see, what else did I have going on? I want to move these Highlanders first. Okay. Okay. A lot of action in this trench fight, and this 7th A&S, Argyle and Sutherland's, they're taking care of that. Okay, we'll continue fighting here. It's probably going to take a bit. Excellent. Alright, so we're clearing this area. Let me get my AT gun, I guess up here. Recon unit. Okay. Here's my machine gun. And my headquarters units. Good. Anybody not move? Excellent. Alright, so next up is going to be, let me get to the right spot here. This is the 8th Army. 10 Corps? No, 30 Corps. 51st. Okay, so that was the 154th? yeah, 154th Highlanders Regiment, or Brigade. So now we have this mess over here. All right. So, probing forward with my recon unit here. Hit the recon action. Okay, so they've got a scout car. Let's see. So, ideally, what I want to do is have a blocking position on this road so that they can't hit the flank of 51st. And what I'll need in order to do that, well, is that's probably going to fall on some of this recon. Let me get you back a little. And I'm going to move these dragoons up like this. Perfect. So not only will this prevent them, well, not completely, but it will make it harder for them to attack the flank of the 51st Infantry or the 51st Highlander Division, but it will also hold a zone of control on this main road, on this primary road that they have running north-south, so that they can't get through, or at least they're slowed down. And actually, this hex right here is adjacent to this hex, which is rough terrain, which can only be crossed on foot. So like this recon unit here wouldn't be able to circumnavigate this zone of control. So that's good. I don't. It might actually isolate them, but I don't think that it will because I see a path here. Isolation in this game is tricky sometimes. Okay. So here, these guys are still fighting mad. We move. Let's see. We can combine these units of Gordon Highs. That'll give low ammo, but it will also smooth out the well, I need these guys right now, so I'm not going to do that. I was going to say it'll smooth out the fatigue, but I don't want to take that low ammo. When you combine units, all like the disadvantageous debuffs like low ammo, low fuel, those overtake. Like if either of the units have it, then they'll both have it when you combine them. Okay. So here, I'm going to see if maybe I can do like I was saying a minute ago and kind of stretch this attack out to get a disruption. I don't think it's going to work. I think these guys are in pretty good shape, but let's give it a go. No luck. I did try. I believe last turn I was looking at this bunker here and I was like, why can't I assault it? It's because these units are not on foot. So now I know. And I think, I mean, we gotta do it. So on foot. Okay, I believe that was successful, but we didn't take the hex. And these AT guns should be able to shoot at this. Yeah, should have done that first. No effect, no effect. Let me move. Oh, this is, yeah, I'm not gonna. I could move this to assault the bunker, but it's just too risky. I don't want to do that. I don't want to expose my AT gun to defensive fire for very little gain, potentially. Okay, headquarters. My engineers over here. I think that's it for the. I've got this unit here. The Queen's Cameroons, they're high. I want to leave them. This is all part of the 4th Armored Brigade. Okay. Disrupted. This entrenched company or battalion over here is a real pain in the butt. Flip. I need to let this. I can't. I could assault into this trench line here, and I could probably take it, but then I'd be exposed to fire from this entrenched unit, which I then have to fight uphill to get them dug out. So I don't love this position over here. It's not looking great. I'll need to. I'm not going to push forward right now. I want these guys to have support, and I got to take like this trench line first, so that I can start actually moving the Highlanders up this road, which is their kind of overall objective. Should be able to get there by the end of day 2. So for now, though, I'm going to let this attack develop. They are in a forest hex, but they're going to take a lot of defensive fire. No effect, no effect. 1 man. Alright. Trying to get a disruption on this entrenched infantry. More defensive fire. More fire from me. Check something. Okay. Okay. Good. So I think that's everything from the 51st, the Highlanders. This unit's resting. This unit's resting. So yeah. Next up, I'll be moving the rest of the 8th Army. I'm going to go ahead and call the video for now, though. Next time, we'll move the 8th Army, the remainder of the 8th Army. We'll run the turn, probably look at artillery as well. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll look forward to the next installment.